Hey guys, how's it going? Edstar here, back with another Operation Palace video. Um, we beat Sheffield United 2-0. Fully professional performance from Palace. Benteke started off in 66 seconds. EZE running down the middle as he normally likes to do. Passed the ball to Benteke, very fortunate with the finish. Unfortunately, the defender got the last touch on it, but it was on target anyway and it goes down as a Benteke goal. But the amount of chances we could have had in that game, we could have been ahead by even more. So, it was only a matter of time before we, scored the second goal. I mean, Benteke had a great header, spectacularly saved by Ramsdale. Could have been even more. I mean, the only slightly disappointing fact is it looked like Wilfried Zaha didn't look like he was playing very well. If I have to be honest with you, if you watched my live watch along yesterday, then you would have seen me go pretty much ballistic and happy just to see us win this game, because I had a feeling we was going to lose. And that, by the way, this result is 2 out of 3 in a row, 2 predictions out of 3 recently where I've actually got the score correct. I got the score correct against Leicester City, where I thought we'd lose 2-1, and we did lose 2-1. I said 3-0 against Manchester City. I was only 1 goal off that. We did lose 2-0 in that game. And I said we'd win 2-0 against Sheffield United. Got that right. Call me Nostradamus. Oh. So, it was a very professional performance. I mean, we could have wrapped the game up a lot sooner than we did. But we did. And we're now mathematically safe from relegation. I mean, we're very fortunate though. I mean, if I'm honest with you, we could easily be where Fulham are right now, or where West Brom are. I mean, very fortunate results. I mean, the key statistics from this game as well, we had about 20 shots or something. Let me just bring the statistics up for it. Stats wise, we had 50% in terms of possession. They did step it up in the second half, but it was to no avail because it wasn't good enough from them. And then we had 15 shots to 6, 8 on target for us. They didn't have a single shot on target. That is pathetic, if you ask me. But we've been in that position a few times. It's nice to see a dominating performance. 11 corners to 5 for us as well. 1 yellow card apiece, even though I should have argued there should have been 2 yellow cards for Sheffield United. I don't even know how Ward got a yellow card. I mean, the ref paid him off as far as I'm concerned, but I'm not going to get into that because we're here for an Operation Palace video, and yeah, I'm not into tear into the referee. So let's get into the player ratings for yesterday's game against Sheffield United. I'm going to start in goal, Vicente Guaita. He didn't have anything to do, not a single Scooby thing to do. I mean, there was a couple of half chances that they had, but they just weren't on target. He could have got a park bench out and sat down and read a newspaper. He had nothing to do in the game, and he was part of a good performance, and I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because he just had nothing to do, and that's really odd for a team like us. I'm going to get back into right back first. I'm going to start with Joel Ward. He helped create the opening goal. He set Eze through on goal and he passed it to Benteke, so he had a part to play in the goal. He made a couple of good clearances as well. Again, defence didn't really have much to do, but Joel Ward did unfortunately get booked, so I do have to take that into consideration. And even though it wasn't a booking whatsoever, I was still furious with the referee for that. I'm going to get into the referee very soon, but Joel Ward gets a 6 out of 10 as well. He had a fairly solid performance. He did create a goal, but yeah, I can't give him any more than a 6, I think. Going to get into the 2 centre backs now. I'm going to start with Cheku Kouyaté next. Fairly solid. I mean, he drove. He controlled the play. He stopped Sheffield United getting through at all costs. Him and Cahill were very solid. I'm going to give them both a 7 out of 10. They were both very nice to watch. They stopped Sheffield United. They didn't have a single Scooby in that game. Tyreek Mitchell, the left back, he started very well. He drove forward quite a lot, which is nice to see. Just what we wanted to see from our play. Yeah, he played very well as well, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 as well. Going to get into Luka Milivojevic now, the CDM. He played pretty well, actually, I must admit. He didn't give anything rash away, which was unlike him. Yeah, he played pretty well, actually. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 as well. You guys might be thinking, why am I giving these guys 7 out of 10? It's because they played so well. You know, if you watch the highlights from it yesterday, it was a very dominating performance. We could have had more than 2 goals. I was very surprised it was only 2-0. I mean, you know, what more can I say? Jeffrey Schlupp went off after 70 minutes. In the 70 minutes that he had, though, he was very good. He was trying to create stuff. Not sure whether it worked or not, but I think he's coming back from injury, so I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 for his performance yesterday. He was okay. But now I'm going into the star man of yesterday's performance, Eberechi Eze. Build a team around this kid. He deserves, you know, the freedom to play. You know, that's his strength. He's such a baller. You know, he's got great dribbling. I mean, you need to build a team around this kid. Eberechi Eze, 10 out of 10. 10 all day long. What a brilliant performance that was. He caused problems for Sheffield United. He set up Benteke for the goal, and he literally ran throughout his own half to score the second goal yesterday. 10 out of 10. Build a team around this kid, and I'll tell you, results will come, because this kid deserves everything. Gonna get into the wingers now. I'm gonna start with the disappointing one, which was Wilfried Zaha. He didn't go right for him yesterday. He was the one player that let me down yesterday. I didn't think it at the time, but maybe it's his time to move on, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes in for him. But you know, as long as it's for the right money, you know, I still think he's worth about 40 million. I'd take 40 million right now. I'd snap your hands off for that. But for yesterday's performance, Wilfried Zaha, I'm going to give a 4 out of 10. He was very, very disappointing. He lost the ball a couple of times. He tried taking the man on, and he didn't. He didn't look up for it yesterday, which is very unlike him. But 4 out of 10, I'm going to give Wilfried Zaha. Andros Townsend on the other side. Looked very creative yesterday. Created a couple of good crosses. He had a good chance in the second half where he tried to whip it into that far corner, and it just went wide. What Eze did as well, you know, in the first half. But you know, Andros Townsend, he did very well yesterday, to be fair, and he can get a 7 out of 10. He was very good yesterday. And then Christian Benteke up front. He caused problems. Him and Eze caused complete carnage for Sheffield United yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, he should have had 2 goals. He should have had even more than 2 goals. He had a very good header saved by Ramsdale in the end of the first half, which was brilliant. He hit the post as well in the second half. He could have had 2 or 3, but I'm going to give Benteke, that's his best performance of the season. Benteke gets a 9 out of 10. He was absolutely fabulous yesterday. The substitutes, we only had 2 come on. Jordan Ayew came on yesterday. He didn't really have enough time to impact. He had a good shot in the last 10 minutes or so, but pretty solid performance from Jordan Ayew. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. And then Jairo Riedewald came on. Yeah, it was an okay performance. It wasn't anything special. I'm just going to give him a standard 5 out of 10. Manager yesterday picked the perfect team. 100. That's the team I wanted to see. You know, I literally called all of them players. You know, I called it spot on. Every single one of them. I wanted Schlupp in. I wanted Cahill in. Cahill makes that defence. So Roy Hodgson, for once, I'm actually going to give a good rating to. And yes, if my dad is watching this, yes, I'm giving Roy Hodgson a good rating. He's going to get a good 8 out of 10. Very solid performance. And then finally, the referee. Now this fucking referee is going to get a very low score. I mean, how the fuck is that a yellow card for Ward? He wins the ball. What are you fucking watching, you absolute fucking imbecile? And then there was that instance from Keane Bryan in the first half as well. He was niggling at fucking Eze the whole fucking time, and you're not even giving him a card. You are a fucking inconsistent little ref. You are fucking. I don't even know who it is. I actually want to know who it is. I don't even know who it is. I'm going to find out who the ref is. Simon Hooper, you fucking idiot. 2 out of 10. What a shit referee you are. But, not going to get into that into too big detail, because we've got a very important game coming up on Tuesday. The preview will be out for that tomorrow. I'm filming this on the Sunday, so the preview will follow the next day, and then the watch along will follow at 7:30 on Tuesday evening. So if you're enjoying this Operation Palace series with the new scoreboard that I got up top there, then make sure you smash out a like, subscribe to the channel, and set your dates, by the way, for the 20th of May. 20th of May will be my first ever vlog of Palace, and I cannot wait to show you that. I'm still getting the stuff together as we speak, you know, to get the vlog going. But thank you to everyone that has, you know, watched today's episode of Operation Palace, and until the next episode, take it easy. Bye.